Hi there YouTube, Big G back again with another video, and this time another trade video. Now, a fellow collector by the name of James up in Cape Town collects Atari and Sega and a couple of other systems, and I had a couple of duplicates and spares in my collection, and it's always great in order to trade because he had a couple of things in his collection that I've been after for a while, specifically two new machines, and one of them I've never really seen before in South Africa, which is great. So we did a trade and it arrived now at the end of last week, and I went through the box and it's really looking good. So very happy. James, thank you very much for the trade. It's awesome. So let's get to it, and I just want to get a couple of the smaller things out of the way before we get to those machines. And first up, Phoenix for the Atari 2600. I don't have that in my 2600 collection, as well as some Spectra Video goodies. Now, these are Spectra Video chips that I'm going to keep as spares. I don't know what happened to the original machine. Obviously got recycled. But anyway, I'll keep these in my collection, and if because I've got a number of Spectra Videos in my collection, and if I find one that's got a faulty chip, start building up a little collection of them. And some tape cassettes for the Spectra Video, and some of them that I don't have in my collection. So Armored Assault, I do have. Juno Lander, I don't think I have that. Music Composer, the Spectra bonus tape, which I do have. Good old Spectron, which I think everybody has. Introduction to Basic, and Sasa. This is a great game. I remember this from back in the day. I played this a lot. Really is a great game. And also played this a bit. Telly Bunny. Also a classic old game. So that was some Spectra Video stuff, as well as another little. Now I've got a spare joystick for a 318. So if anybody out there is missing a joystick for a 318, give us a shout. I've got a spare one. And on to the first of the new machines for my system. Now, when I saw these back in the day, obviously first of all they were very expensive, but the thing that really grabbed me was what neat little machines these were. I mean, these were truly portable. I think these were basically the first little laptops that ever came out. And this is a little Epson. You can see it over there, little Epson. Great machine. And I cleaned it up a little bit, cleaned the connectors off, and guess what? It is working 100%. I haven't tried the little printer that's in there, and I think you actually get little tape cassettes and all sorts of things that you actually can add onto these machines, but everything seems to be working there. And I wrote my first little program on here in Basic, you know, the good old Hello World, and it worked perfectly. It was 24 bytes long. I don't know if you can actually see that over there. If you see there, 24 bytes long. Let me just push return into it, and there it is. There it's going. Hello World, if you can see it. And let's just hit stop and type in list, and I think that's sort of the first little basic program that everybody puts into these old computers. But yeah, great machine, good condition. Thank you, James. Let's have a look here. Then moving onto a, oh wait, let's get this out of the way here. And my first IntelliVoice voice module for the Intellivision. So really chuffed about this. I didn't have one in the collection. I think I actually have some of the games. I must go through my collection and see, and I want to try it out so I can hear some of that really retro robotic sounds. And so yeah, this is great. And then let's have a look onto the machine that I'm really chuffed about getting, and I haven't tested it or anything like that. And that is, and this wasn't popular in South Africa. I don't ever recall seeing one in South Africa. Obviously big in the States, and that is a Radio Shack TRS-80. Now this one's been heavily modified. So I'm sure there's quite a history that belongs with this machine. You can see here at the back number of modifications that have been made, switches and all sorts of things. It's going to be very interesting to open it up and see what's been done to it, as well as a little button over there. So, you know, it always speaks to me about a lot of history when people go and modify their machines and try and make them better and sort of things, because it wasn't really like today's PC days, where you want a faster processor, you just buy another motherboard and another processor, upgrade your memory, slot things in and out. Back then you would have to do a little bit of soldering, get things going, and modify your machine to try get, you know, to do something different. And together with that, what is this? A blackjack for the TRS-80, a bunch of floppy disks. I'm not quite sure if these are for the TRS-80 or maybe, it says here, let's see, Fortran satellite programs, basic compiler, new DOS. So I'm not sure if this is still for PC. Could be for PC stuff. I'm not 100% sure. With that there, and together with that also a number of books. Always like to collect the books as well, the manuals and that. So I've got the user's manual for the TRS-80 together with, let's just grab it over here, more TRS-80 basic and introduction to TRS-80 basic. And what else is there? I think that is about it for the trade. So yes, James, thank you very much for the trade. Really chuffed about it. You know, two great new machines. I always love these little portable machines, these Epsons, as well as this TRS-80, which I never thought. I actually have bid on them before, but with the postage rates from the US through to South Africa, no, you know, you pay probably about 10 times more for the postage than what you do for the actual machine. So it's not possible to bring it through. But otherwise, these are really, I'm really happy with this, and glad that I can add them to my collection. And yeah, so guys, that was a trade with James from Cape Town. And James, I hope you enjoy the stuff that I sent you. And guys, cheers from me, and keep it retro.